we got a chance to see this on first game Lakers played, obviously with LeBron. We got a chance to see the starting lineup. And there were some questions coming in, and I think we got a chance to address some of that. Starting lineup had Rui in there. So you had Ayton, you had LeBron, you had Luka, you had AR, and it had Rui Hachimura. What do we make as Rui as a starter? What do we make as Rui as a starter? I think right now, if you said, give me your 10 best players that you're going to play in a game, let's keep those 5. And then let's throw Jackson Hayes. Let's throw Jake LaRavia. Let's throw Marcus Smart. Let's throw Gabe Vincent. And then I guess the question just becomes probably Dalton Connect. I'm assuming that's your kind of your best 10 there. Vando not as dependable. Let me ask this question because I think there are some people proposing they want Rui coming off the bench. If Rui comes off the bench, who's the starter that people are referring to? Rui comes off the bench. Who's the starter then? Who do people, if you want Rui coming off the bench, who's the player that you're like, oh yeah, this is a no-brainer. This player, is it Marcus Smart? Like, I don't know. I'm asking the question because I think for me, as we ask the question of LeBron's back, who should now be the starting 5? I think Rui will be most effective as a starter for the Lakers. Now, you can make the case and say, no, too much offense there. Rui can be a player coming off the bench. The problem with Rui coming off the bench for me, I think the more you need to depend on Rui, I think the less you're going to get from Rui Hachimura. The more there's attention on all these other guys, the more I think Rui will contribute. So that's my only issue with Rui. But I see people trying to make the case of like, hey, should Rui be a starter? Okay, if Rui's not a starter and you're going 10 deep, Rui's coming off the bench now with Jake LaRavia, Jackson Hayes, Gabe Vincent, Dalton Connect, and you pick whatever other player. Then who comes in from a starting perspective? I want to see what the case people make. Smart showed how important he was last game. Soon as he was defending George, the game changed. Listen, Marcus Smart is up and down too. Like I don't think. I think Marcus Smart. I'm a fan of what he's brought to the table. Not really bitching and complaining about Marcus Smart, but there is an area I will bitch and complain about. His shot is so inconsistent as well. So and he shoots the ball with confidence, which is great. You should, but there are other times where I'm like, Smart, wait, you don't have to shoot the ball every time you touch it. Let me see a couple more in here. So Marcus Smart. Here's this one. Rui not coming off the bench. Smart until we make a trade. Smart over Rui. Okay, there's actually a lot of people. I can't believe in Rui, but he and LeBron really can't get out there together. Okay. Here's a couple more. So surprisingly, I think a lot of people are making a case for Marcus Smart. You know what people are not making a case for? They're not really making a case for Vando, which I think before the season started, that was a conversation. I don't think to start a conversation anymore. Can't have Rui and Braun. Only AR is a perimeter defender. He needs one more, so it's probably going to be Smart or Vando. Don't think JJ likes Vando, though. Clearly, JJ, I don't think, is looking at Vando. Rui's value is scoring, but he's the 5th option playing with Luka, LeBron, Reeves in it. He's the 5th option, but he's also doesn't need to create for himself. Will find open looks. There'll be very little attention paid to him, which is how he's going to get his looks. Who's going to set him up in the second unit? I guess that's more of the question. Unless that second unit has Austin Reeves or Luka in there as the distributor, then I could see you're staggering minutes. You need certain guys out, certain guys in. But I think Rui needs a playmaker in order to be effective. Because if you're throwing Rui the ball and saying, go get us buckets, I don't think Rui's going to do that. And I don't think that's his strength. Slee, do you think that Lakers can win a championship this season? I don't think right now, as is, they're beating the Thunder in a 7-game set. So to answer your question, the answer is no. But that's why you give yourself 60 days to figure out what it is. And anything can happen in a season. Injuries happen. Anything can happen. So the Pacers got to the finals last year, and if it wasn't for Tyrese Halliburton getting injured, they'd probably beat the Oklahoma City Thunder in 7 games. So you just never know. Rui is a starting caliber player, but he's out of position in this lineup and needs to be coming off the bench with the roster as currently constructed. I got to be honest with everybody. I think there's a lot of people saying there's a lot more people asking Rui to come off the bench than I thought. I thought most people would just say, no, just keep it as it is, and you can always change it down the road. Rui is a solid starter for spacing. Teams got to respect his three-point shooting. Yeah, I mean, more consistent offensively, more of a catch-and-shoot player, can hit a mid-range jumper. I don't think those are the strengths of Marcus Smart. All right, let's get a couple more in here. That Halliburton injury still hurts. That Pacers team was so much fun to watch. A badass team to watch. I was all in. On watching them play. How much does LeBron need to be a contender, Slee? How much does LeBron need to be a contender? Yeah, I think at this point, Lakers just got to do what's in the best interest of the Lakers and Luka in the next 5 years. So whatever that means, that's the lens that you're looking through, and I don't think you're looking at it through another lens. Vando, a cheerleader at this point, might be right on that point. Vando's going to have his value. He'll eventually have his value again. Okay, so I guess more people than I thought trying to make a case here that Rui should be coming off the bench. Do I think that's actually going to happen? Maybe. Maybe that could happen down the road, but I think for now, Rui's going to stay a starter. I do. I was asked the question a couple of days ago before LeBron was coming back, and I did think Rui would stay in the starting lineup. He's probably going to stay in the starting lineup for now. We'll see if the Lakers make any changes down the road on it. Okay, let's keep moving here. I still got a couple more things that I want to hit on. I'm going to read a quick quote here. LeBron said something after the first game. He said, after his first game, he said, I said it at yesterday's practice. I don't even understand why that was even a question. And he's talking about fitting in with the team. What's wrong with these people out there? I could fit in right away with anybody. I'm actually glad LeBron did say that because I think people are looking for storylines, and if the storyline about LeBron coming back was he's going to kill the team, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I think it is what it is, but he did address it for a quick second. I won't spend too much time on it because I think we've done that before, but I saw that quote, and instantly when I saw it, I'm like, LeBron should address it. I mean, and by the way, you know what that also tells me? When people say, they never read the news or they're not paying attention to hosts out there or reading articles or any of that stuff. I think they read it. I think LeBron definitely reads that stuff and he knows what's going on. And there was obviously a lot of conversation and chatter before LeBron was going to come back and Lakers getting off to a good start. He's going to ruin it. Or Lakers go on the road trip, they go 1-2 and they get blown out against Oklahoma City Thunder. And every article after that was they can't win without LeBron. It's like, obviously goes kind of with the wind as far as some of the stories go, but LeBron addressed it for a quick second. Thank you very much for watching the clip. Just want to give a shout out here to one of our partners, the Wallace Firm. They are official injury attorney of the Sliwa Show and Hoops Talk, the entire channel. If you are ever in a need, and I hope you're not, but some type of serious injury with yourself or a family member of yours, I would like to personally help you by introducing you to the best in the business, Brad Wallace and the Wallace Firm. Also got a URL out here that you can use as well. Just go to wallacewins.com/Sliwa. Thank you for their partnership, and thank you for being a part of the Sliwa Show.